The English Club Podcast, helping you speak English with confidence. Hey there, English learners, and welcome back to the English Club Podcast, your cozy corner for learning easy, natural English, the real conversations, while thinking a little more deeply about your life. I'm Olivia.
And I'm Jack. Olivia, you have your I'm about to put everyone on the spot voice today.
I do, and you should be nervous too. Okay, everyone listening, close your eyes. Well, not if you're driving. Picture this. It's the end of a long, tiring week. You're scrolling on your phone and an app shows you something you've wanted for ages. It's on sale right now. You pause for a second and tell yourself, you'll just have a quick look. 10 minutes later, you're reading reviews, imagining where you'd put it in your home, and mentally explaining the purchase to your future self. Sound familiar? Good, because today's topic isn't some faraway idea. It lives in our pockets, in our late-night decisions, and in that little voice that whispers, "You deserve this."
Right. Today, we're talking about something almost everyone wrestles with, even if they pretend they don't. Save your money or enjoy your life now.
The question that starts as a simple money chat and somehow turns into a deep conversation about who you even are.
Exactly. It sounds like it's about money, but it's really about so much more. It's about safety and freedom, about being responsible and being happy, about the future you're building and the life you're living right now.
And the guilt. There's always guilt.
So much guilt. You spend and you feel guilty. You don't spend and you wonder if you're even letting yourself enjoy life. Some days you just can't win.
And maybe that feeling is familiar to some of you listening. If it is, you are absolutely not alone. Also, small warning, Jack and I are not going to agree on everything today.
Excuse me? I am extremely reasonable.
You are reasonable in the way where you save carefully for 3 months and then spend it all on something meaningful with a very calm face.
That's not spending. That's a very deliberate quality of life decision.
See, this is what I'm dealing with.
But here's why it's perfect for you, our listeners. This is the kind of English that actually comes up in real life, with friends over coffee, with family at dinner, with yourself at midnight.
And we're not just sharing opinions. We're going to help you talk about money, choices, pressure, and priorities in more natural English. This is a B2 episode, so it stays clear and easy to follow, but we'll slip in some stronger words and phrases as we go.
And don't worry if you miss a word the first time. Just stay with the conversation, follow the big ideas, and enjoy the ride. And if you are a strong B1 listener, don't go anywhere. Some moments will push you a little, and that uncomfortable feeling is actually your English growing.
And whenever a useful word shows up for the first time, one of us will quickly explain it in simple language so you never get lost.
Quick favor before we dive in. If you enjoy thinking and learning with us, please like this episode, subscribe to the channel, and share it with one friend, a saver, a spender, or someone who calls every purchase self-care.
Every like and share helps more learners find us, and we genuinely love reading your comments. So here's your question for today. Number 1, are you more of a saver, a spender, or somewhere in the middle? Number 2, what's one thing you'll never feel guilty spending money on? For me, a coffee with a friend. Always worth it.
For me, a good pair of shoes that last 10 years. See? Investing.
There it is again. Okay, let's get into it. So, Jack, here's what I notice. The moment money lands in my account, it's like 2 people wake up inside my head and start arguing.
Yes, one of them is calm and serious. The other one is already planning a celebration.
Exactly. And they're both so convincing. One says, be smart, think ahead. The other says, you worked hard, live a little.
And somehow both of them sound completely right.
That's the trap. You feel torn between them.
And that's actually a lovely phrase for our listeners. When you're torn between 2 things, it means you want both and you can't easily choose. Like being torn between a quiet night in and a fun night out.
Or torn between saving for later and enjoying something now, which is, the entire episode.
And the dangerous part is how easily we talk ourselves into things.
Ooh, another good one. To talk yourself into something means you slowly convince yourself to do it, even when part of you isn't sure.
Like, it's on sale, so I'm basically saving money by buying it. That logic has destroyed many bank accounts.
Mine included. But honestly, have you ever noticed how the fun voice always shows up at the worst possible moment? Late at night, after a hard day?
Always, the fun voice has perfect timing and a great marketing team. The serious voice shows up the next morning with a calculator.
And by then, it's too late.
Maybe you know that feeling, that little battle in your head. Take a second and think about which voice usually wins for you. There's no wrong answer, it's just nice to notice the pattern.
Okay, but here's what really puzzles me. We know all this. We know the fun voice is a little dramatic. So why do smart people still slip?
Honestly, because being smart doesn't stop you from being tired.
Oh, that's a real one.
It is. Most of our money mistakes don't happen when we're calm and rested. They happen when we're stressed, exhausted, or just emotionally done with the day.
So sometimes you're not really buying the thing.
Right, you're buying a feeling, a little break, 10 minutes of I deserve something nice.
That's basically retail therapy.
And there's a phrase worth keeping. Retail therapy is when you shop to feel better, not because you actually need anything. It's emotional shopping.
A little retail therapy isn't a crime, but it can turn into a habit fast.
Can I be honest with you and everyone listening?
Always.
A few years ago, I went through a really stressful stretch. Work was heavy, things at home were uncertain, and I felt like I had no control over anything.
That sounds hard.
It was, and almost every evening I'd order something online. Small stuff, a gadget here, a cheap thing there, and for a moment, opening that package felt like a tiny win.
That makes complete sense, though. When everything feels out of control, a small purchase feels like one thing you can control.
Exactly, but after a couple of months, I looked at my spending and just sighed. None of those things had actually helped. They just quietly became a money pit.
And there's a useful phrase. A money pit is something that keeps eating your money again and again without you noticing.
It was the perfect example. Not one big mistake, just 100 small ones that added up.
And I think a lot of people listening might recognize that. It's such a human thing to do. You're not weak, you're just tired and human.
That's the kindest way anyone's ever described my old shopping habit.
This podcast has a strict honesty policy, Jack.
And I respect it completely.
Okay, let's be fair to the saving side now, because I tease you, Jack, but saving isn't just about being careful. Sometimes saving is wisdom.
Thank you, and I'll say it plainly. Saving can look boring from the outside, but it feels like calm from the inside.
That's true. When something goes wrong and you have a little money set aside, your whole body relaxes.
That's the magic of a nest egg.
Nice phrase. A nest egg is money you build up slowly for the future or for something important.
Like quietly putting a bit aside each month. And here's the thing about a nest egg. Even a small one changes how you feel. You sleep better, you panic less.
My grandmother used to do this. She'd put a little away every single week, no matter what. It wasn't a lot, but she always seemed unworried.
That's the gift, isn't it? Not the money itself, but the peace.
Maybe some of you do this already, and maybe some of you are thinking, I'd love to, but there's nothing left to save. We'll come back to that because it really matters.
But okay, let me challenge the saving team now.
Here we go.
Because some people save and save and save and forget to ever live.
Yes. The thing savers don't love to admit.
If all you do is save, life can start to feel like a waiting room. Always later, always someday. And someday keeps moving.
That's fair. And there's even a word for the extreme version, penny pinching.
Right. Penny pinching means being super careful with money. Sometimes too careful, to the point where you can't enjoy anything.
I knew someone who refused to ever turn on the heating to save money and then got sick and spent way more on doctors.
Oof, that's penny pinching that backfires.
So saving is beautiful until fear takes the wheel.
And that's the heart of it. Saving out of love for your future, wonderful. Saving out of fear of ever enjoying life, that's a different thing.
Maybe take a moment with that one. Are you saving from a calm place or an anxious one? No judgment, just worth noticing.
So if both extremes have problems, what do normal people actually do?
Well, this is where I think a simple little habit helps. Before any bigger purchase, just pause.
That's it? Pause?
That's it. Even 5 seconds. Most bad money decisions are fast decisions.
True. The fun voice loves speed.
And in that pause, ask one question. Will I be glad I bought this next week?
Ooh, the future self check.
Exactly. Not do I want it now, because the answer is always yes, but will future me thank present me?
I like that because it's not about guilt. It's just looking 1 week ahead.
And usually things that future you will love are still worth buying. Treat yourself, within reason.
And there's our phrase. Within reason means at a sensible, reasonable level, not going overboard. Like, enjoy your hobby within reason.
So spend on what matters to you within reason and pause before the rest. Okay, let's test this in real life. Quick round. Daily coffee from a cafe. Worth it or not?
Depends. I know that's a boring answer.
It's a very Jack answer. If it's your little daily joy and it fits your life, keep it. If it's 3 coffees plus snacks plus a pastry every single day, maybe we look at the pattern.
It's never the one coffee, it's the pattern hiding behind it.
Exactly. Next, buying a new phone when your old one still works.
I'd ask one question. Is this a tool problem or a mood problem? If the phone slows down your work, fine. If you're just bored, wait a week.
And if you still want it in a week?
Then at least it's not the fun voice making the choice at midnight.
Last one, a trip you've been dreaming about.
I'm biased, but if it's meaningful and you've planned for it, that can be money beautifully spent. Memories last longer than most things in your cart.
Agreed. As long as it doesn't wreck your next 3 months.
Right. A trip shouldn't turn into months of stress.
Now, here's the layer that changes everything. We've been talking like everyone's choosing between a trip and a new gadget, but that's not everyone's reality.
Thank you for bringing that in. For a lot of people, this isn't about luxuries at all. It's about getting through the month.
Right. When money is genuinely tight, sometimes you have to tighten your belt.
And there's a gentle phrase. To tighten your belt means to spend less for a while because things are harder right now. Like, after the move, we tightened our belts for a few months.
And so many people are quietly amazing at stretching a budget.
That one too, stretching a budget. It means making a small amount of money cover everything you need. It's a real skill and honestly, an underrated one.
So for someone stretching a budget, enjoy life now might be one small treat after a brutal week. And save money might be putting away a tiny amount and feeling genuinely proud.
And both of those count. A small saving is still progress. A small joy is still human.
So this conversation should never become judgment. It's about awareness.
Awareness of your own life, your own values, your own patterns.
Because the goal was never to copy someone else's money style. It's to build a life where your choices protect your future and let you actually live in your present.
Beautifully said. So maybe the answer to save or enjoy isn't one side winning at all.
Maybe it's just learning to protect tomorrow without giving up today.
I can respect that, even as the honest spender in this room.
Especially as the honest spender.
Fair. Okay, let's slow it all down and do our word tour so you can actually use this language in your own conversations.
Because today, you didn't just listen to 2 friends argue about money, you picked up the English to talk about choices, guilt, value, and peace of mind in a much more natural way.
So settle in, get comfortable, and let's get into it.
We'll go slowly. Listen, repeat, and think about your own life as we go.
First phrase, torn between. To be torn between 2 things means you want both and can't easily choose. For example, I was torn between saving and going out with friends. Or she felt torn between buying the ticket and keeping the money. Say it with us. Torn between. One more time, nice and clear. Torn between.
Next, talk yourself into something. This means you slowly convince yourself to do something. For example, I talked myself into buying the bigger size, just in case. Or don't talk yourself into spending money you'll regret. Say it with us. Talk yourself into. One more time, nice and clear. Talk yourself into.
Next, retail therapy. This is shopping to feel better emotionally, not because you need the thing. For example, after a rough week, a little retail therapy felt nice, until the bill came. Or retail therapy works for 10 minutes, then the problem's still there. Say it with us. Retail therapy. One more time, nice and clear. Retail therapy.
Next, money pit. This is something that keeps costing you money again and again. For example, that old car turned into a real money pit. Or some hobbies quietly become money pits. Say it with us. Money pit. One more time, nice and clear. Money pit.
Next, nest egg. This is money you save up slowly for the future. For example, they built a small nest egg before starting a family. Or even a tiny nest egg can help you sleep at night. Say it with us. Nest egg. One more time, nice and clear. Nest egg.
Next, penny pinching. This means being extremely careful with money, sometimes too careful. For example, he was so penny pinching he never enjoyed anything. Or, a little penny pinching is fine. Living in fear is not. Say it with us. Penny pinching. One more time, nice and clear. Penny pinching.
Next, within reason. This means at a sensible, reasonable level. For example, treat yourself sometimes within reason. Or spending on hobbies is fine within reason. Say it with us. Within reason. One more time, nice and clear. Within reason.
Next, tighten your belt. This means to spend less for a while because things are harder right now. Like, after the move, we had to tighten our belts. Or, when work was slow, she tightened her belt and cut the extras. Say it with us. Tighten your belt. One more time, nice and clear. Tighten your belt.
And our last one, stretch a budget. This means making a small amount of money cover everything you need. For example, she's amazing at stretching a budget across the whole month. Or, with kids, you learn fast how to stretch a budget. Say it with us. Stretch a budget. One more time, nice and clear. Stretch a budget.
And that's our word tour for today.
You can always come back to this part and listen again until these phrases feel natural in your mouth. And next time you're deciding whether to save or spend, try using a few of them in your own English.
So before we go, quick recap. We started with those two voices in your head, the calm one and the fun one, and how easy it is to feel torn between them. We talked about why even smart people slip, usually because we're tired, not foolish. We gave saving its credit, the peace of a nest egg, while admitting that too much penny pinching can quietly steal your present. And we landed somewhere kinder than pick a side. Pause, look 1 week ahead, spend on what matters within reason, and remember that for some people, this is about stretching a budget, not luxuries. All of it counts.
And remember the future self-check. You don't have to get it perfect, just noticing your patterns is already real progress.
Spend wisely, save intentionally, and be kind to yourself along the way. We'll see you in the next one. This is Olivia.
And this is Jack.
And you've been listening to the English Club podcast. Take it easy out there. Bye for now.